if you look at the state of vampire movies after Twilight came out, there really was a change. And as a huge horror fan all of my life, when I was a kid, probably my favorite subgenre in the horror realm was vampire movies. I love me a good old vampire movie, and I miss them really, really much. And then I hear Radio Silence, the guys who brought you last two Scream movies and Ready or Not, is making an R-rated vampire movie. I'm intrigued. Abigail stars Melissa Barrera and Ashley Weir, and is about a group of criminals kidnap a ballerina daughter and then who retreat to an isolated mansion unaware that this is no normal little girl. From the creative team of Radio Silence who brought you Ready or Not, Scream, and Scream 6 comes Abigail. I've been intrigued on this one. This is a movie that I didn't know how to really feel about because I saw the trailer and it had me hooked. He basically says, Ready or Not, in a house with a ballerina vampire little girl. That is the gist of this movie, and I like Radio Silence. They literally came from YouTube. They were YouTubers who are now directing movies. That's literally what I want to do. Like, my goal in life is direct movies, and as my plan in life, and so it's just so inspiring to know that these guys did it, that it can be done if your dreams are there. But anyways, with this movie, I don't know where to begin. This was a movie perfectly wrapped for me. And I know that sounds really weird, but I loved this movie. I actually loved watching this movie. There have been some really good movies this year, a few of them actually, but when they are good, they're really good. Out of every movie I've seen this year, I can confidently say, right now, this is the movie I would rewatch over any movie I've seen. This was a blast. This was a movie I cannot wait to rewatch. As soon as I left the theater, I was like, I want to own it. I want to experience this world again. Because my greatest positive walking away is Radio Silence. They knew exactly what they were doing behind the camera. Like, they were in control of this movie, and they did it in a beautiful way. Now, the director of this movie, their third partner in Radio Silence, is one of the co-writers of this movie. I believe so. I think that I am right about that. They craft such a just fun horror movie while also being a horror movie. Biggest example of last year, Megan, a movie I really liked but people loved. That movie was a horror movie but was really cheesy and having a lot of fun. I felt that movie went real comedy, more cheese than actual horror. This movie is the perfect example of how I think it should be done. Radio Silence knows how to do it. They've already proven it with Ready or Not and the Scream movies, and Ready or Not is a great example of how this movie can really jump off that movie. I really just had a great time with this movie, and these directors knew what they were doing. How to balance horror, thrills, characters, comedy, the slow and meaningful moments for characters. All of that is balanced in this movie, in my opinion. They really balance it out, and that is a hard thing to do, because this movie could be really cheesy for some. There's maybe 2 moments I could see people saying that's really stupid. I thought it worked. I thought there are moments in this movie that made the comedy and cheese just outrageously fun, while also keeping the story intriguing. This whole movie is basically set in this house. After they kidnap her, they bring her here, and they're here for 24 hours to get this ransom up with all these millions of dollars. And Melissa Barrera character is our main character, really. She's the one that's really just hypocritical about everything going on, and it's this is a little girl, and we're doing this for millions of dollars. This feels wrong, but they're already in the situation that they're here for. And our entire cast, I truly think everyone here is having a great time. Melissa Barrera, like I said, our main lead, very good in this movie. She has proven she does not need Scream franchise. She is very good in this movie. I think she is a great lead in this movie, and she has very badass moments. Dan Stevens, good to see him again after the Godzilla movie. He's having a good time in this movie. I love him. I think he truly, he fits this role perfectly. Kevin Durand, I think that's his last name said. He's really good in this movie. He's actually, menacing, but you like him. But he has fun in this movie. And then, of course, my celebrity crush, my wife, hopefully, Catherine Newton. I I love her. I do. I think she's good in this movie. It's definitely not her best performance she's ever given. She's having fun in this movie. There's one scene in particular. She is having fun. I bet she had a great time in a certain scene in this movie, and it just seemed like it. And I really like Catherine Newton a lot, and I think she's good in this movie. But there's one person I left out because this person stole the whole movie. Ashley Weir. The movie is on her shoulders. She is Abigail. She steals every scene she's in. She's a little girl. I know she's from the Matilda movie on Netflix. I believe she was actually Matilda on the stage as well before the Netflix movie. Either way, she is so freaking talented for a little girl. She steals this movie. She is creepy, funny, fun, and just out of this world, a crazy little vampire ballerina girl. She nails this performance. She is truly a great, possibly new iconic horror figure for vampires. I'm not even kidding you. She is so damn good. The makeup on her, the eyes, super creepy, and she knows how to get down and bloody. People are going to be talking about this in the reviews. I can already see it. This movie's gory, and I think that's not too shocking because Ready or Not was also very gory. This movie very much amplifies that. This is a bloody R-rated movie. The kills in this movie are very bloody, and it almost like, I can truly say for everyone, I won't spoil who gets killed, but when people start to die and things start to happen to people and the story progresses, I kind of like felt bad. Even though they're the bad guys stuck in this house, they really do a good job giving people enough character, especially Melissa Barrera, who has like a son and is completely like motivated to get out of this house and get back to him. There is good moments between everyone, even like Catherine Newton, who's like a hacker. Dan Steven gets a moment. Kevin Durant does. Angus Cloud, definitely rest in peace. He definitely is Angus Cloud like he usually is, but again, rest in peace, my guy. He's good in this role. He's good in a small little role in this movie. Everyone in this movie, the cast, the chemistry, the acting, it's all there. The bloody gore, the comedy. I didn't really get to talk about it, but like, yeah, the movie's funny. Like, I found this movie very funny. And I found the intensity to be there with great score, great editing. Like, this is a movie I loved watching. I love the world. I love the performances. I love the characters. I love the dialogue. I love the gore. I mean, and when it gets to the ending, I mean, it's just blood all over the place. And I think this is the definition of movie I had fun with in the best way possible, with great filmmaking, great just everything. When it comes to real issues, like I said, there's maybe like 1-2 moments that were like really cheesy, but I think it really works, man. And I will say, the movie does a great job at keeping you guessing, which I didn't expect. Because again, I went in high with this movie. I didn't expect it to be this good. There are a few story elements that they kind of build in the beginning of the movie that I don't feel like pay off as well as they wanted to, especially with the ending and a certain character showing up. That's all I really say about it without spoiling it, but I loved watching this movie, man. There's nothing I can say. Maybe it's because I just wanted a really good vampire movie, and that's what I got. Abigail is fucking awesome. Give everyone a round of applause. Abigail is my favorite movie of the year right now. And I'm going to give Abigail an A+. Ashley Weir, you are a star. Truly, she is a star. Melissa Barrera, we already knew she was a star. She's proven that. Good for her. I'm glad she got to lead this movie. And, you know, my wife, Catherine Newton, so good in this movie. I love her. I really do. She's very pretty. She's also a good actress. Anyway, guys, what did you guys think of this movie? Leave a comment down below and tell me your opinions, your thoughts. Did you like it as much as me? Did you think it was too cheesy? I could see that. I loved it, man. I want to see this again tomorrow because I got to see an early screening tonight. I want to go see it again just in regular audience. I had a good audience too. My audience was really into this movie. I was smiling the way home, man. This was my kind of movie. As a horror fan, this was my kind of movie. I fucking loved it. Love to hear your thoughts though. And if you guys enjoyed this movie review, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye everybody.